now on to rock, paper, scissors, and we had a few more owners in the mix, Quavo and Drewski. A little trash talk here. Josh McCouga will preside over this with rock, paper, scissors, brought to you by Wendy's. Josh still giving some guidelines here for both Drewski and Quavo. I saw Quavo out there playing a little quarterback. The southpaw delivering a couple of passes.
As a southpaw myself, I love seeing that.
Yeah, he has some guys completions, touchdowns.
All right, fan-controlled football. It's time for rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. No coin toss, only rock, paper, scissors. Quavo and the Glacier Boys. Drewski and the Should Have Been Stars. It goes rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, rock beats scissor.
What I say every time, hey, we should have been superstars. What it say? Remember we were Jacket Cow. Oh, God, hey, we about to get this done, man.
Let's go. They're keeping it. They're keeping it. Should Have Been Stars gets the ball. Game 3, fan control football. Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors brought to you by Wendy's. Drewski battling Quavo. Should Have Been Stars. Take it as we take you inside the venue. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Pullman Yards in Atlanta, Georgia. And we are about set to get it rolling. The Stars at 2-0. The Glacier Boys at 1-1. Stars coming off the 24-6 win over the Beast, convincing a week ago. Meanwhile, the Glacier Boys, talk about convincing victories, took it to the Zappers 44-6. And we remind you, the Stars without some key personnel. As we take a look at some of our lineups here. No Ladarius Galloway, so scratch him off your list. Had a previous family engagement. And then on that offensive line, the Brossard injured earlier. Hopefully he will return to action soon. Abram Holland also out. So subbing in Kevin Hall and DeMarcus Hayes as we look at these starting lineups brought to you by Experian Boost. Conversely, Devlin Isidore, Andrew Jamil, you heard Richard Sherman saying, when in doubt, that's your combo.
Yeah, I mean, they've been exceptional, and he talked about the addition of Izzy to the lineup. He said his team needed a quarterback, and they definitely got their quarterback.
And of course, we'll have our eyes on chat if you're watching on Twitch. Let us see your comments. We'd like to feature them on the broadcasts. Let us know what you're thinking. I'll have my eyes on the chat for sure.
Slade Jarman walked out of the tunnel with his blade. Slade the Blade,
yes,
ready to take over.
And they go run attack. So we told you, no Galloway doesn't stop them from keeping things on the ground. Tracy Gaston has often been the super back replacement when in need. That he gets the carry here. Our officiating crew for our night session. Mike Sweatman, Frank Gatlin, Cedric Clark, Alfred Arnold. Our crew here for our third game and our fourth game coming up. We've got Zappers and Knights of D-Gen to follow. Don't forget, fans, you can scan the QR code in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Download the FCF app on the Google or Android, wherever you get your apps. Register, pick your team, and you can start calling plays on offense for the Stars or for the Glacier Boys.
There's the play that the fans have picked, Jet Indy. A new playbook this week, instituted by our new head coach, Sean Liotta.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this play all day with the jet sweep and the misdirection handoff that you see right there. It opens up big holes for the running back to get through. With the misdirection, having the linebackers have to follow that jet sweep, because if you don't get out ahead of the jet sweep with the speed of some of these guys, he's going to hit his head on the proverbial goalpost that doesn't exist here in fan control football.
That was Gaston on the carry, so he's filling that super back role with no Ladarius Galloway. Don't forget about our power-ups. Each team gets to use one of these. They're denoted by those icons up near the scoreboard graphic. Power play, just what it sounds like from things like ice hockey. 7-on-6. Wendy's flip the field, FCF's version of the punt. Give your opponent your terrible field position. Or the progressive fifth down. If you're out of options on a fourth down, go for a progressive fifth down. And if you use that inside the progressive blue zone, you get an added benefit of bringing the football half the distance to the goal line.
I don't know that this is the case, but I'd like to think that the new playbook was at least in part inspired by that G-Way play from last week. That option, the Haas toss that turned into an actual pass.
Well, we had not seen a play like that
Right.
in the FCF prior to that, so definitely feels like a new
Whoa,
wrinkle.
speaking of which,
Slide the blade to the 10, the 5 lowers the shoulder, diving into the end zone.
the human laceration slayed the blade.
Touchdown.
What a way to start things off.
The quarterback is the receiver, and he's in for 6.
Oh,
on the field is a touchdown.
We were wondering if we would be able to keep all the energy from earlier today, and absolutely is your answer. We've got a quarterback receiving touchdown.
Treval Calvin, the quarterback in this case. Some trickery to get things started for the Stars.
How about Slade the Blade sneaking out the backside with the great hand sketch? We've seen some receivers drop some balls off their stomach. The quarterback comes in and snags the ball in his hand and then takes the blade to the Wendy's hot mic.
also took a big hit there getting into the end zone.
They dropped that shoulder, gotta get in the end zone.
Tyus Boykin now to try and add 2 and give the Stars an 8-0 lead. Little tangle. And Jarman just lost the handle of the football. So after the fantastic reception and run, just can't hang on to the football.
He's a wide receiver now, man. He just got done catching that big, long touchdown. He forgot about his quarterbacking skills, but he'll get him back on the next drive.
Scoring in a hurry. Should have been Stars in a front 6-0.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, just the old slipperoo.
Never had it.
Whoops.
Is there a tuck rule in FCF?
Hey, man, when you catch a ball like he just did and you power your way in the end zone, you get a little leeway to just drop the ball on the extra point, okay? All right, that's a good start. Now, Izzy and the Glacier boys, Andrew Jamil, they're up now.
This is that combo that Richard Sherman and the rest of the Glacier Boys community is so high on. Izzy firing and on cue. Jamil and out of play.
Sounds like the fans were listening to Richard Sherman.
I really love Devlin Isidore's ability to stand strong in the pocket. When you're a big, strong man, you don't have to go running around. In the last few weeks, he's taken shots and delivered throws that you just don't see a bunch from quarterbacks. It takes a different kind of courage to make those throws. And that, yet again, you see the defensive end coming off the edge, and he's taking a shot right in the shoulder pads and delivering a perfect throw to Andrew Jamil.
Jamil coming into today on the year, 10 catches, 131 yards, 4 touchdowns for the Stonehill College product, where he just absolutely dominated and rewrote the record book. Second look, Izzy gets popped.
Yeah, I mean, like I talked about, big, strong, big arm, and has a running ability, but doesn't get out of the pocket too fast. He stays in and has the courage to deliver, and that's the signs of a very good quarterback.
Handoff here for the boys. The spin, Aline picking up steam to the 10. Bryson Aline, a big first down burst for the Glacier Boys.
Bryson Aline says his nickname is First Man Miss. You see why there.
I mean, this is just an inside zone where he gets the ball and he should be dead to rights, but he stops, he starts, and then he's leaning down the field. I know you guys like that one.
That was good.
Yep. It was coming. That's a great job of him. And, you know, and a guy of such small stature, you have to be slippery, but even when he makes contact, he's always leaning forward. I mean, his name is so appropriate for the way he plays football, and that's a very nice run.
Replay there courtesy of Great Clips. Great Clips get the same great haircut every time. Look great, feel great, perform great. Great Clips.
Yeah, Bryson came on the Fan Control show, was telling us that's his goal, make the first man miss. And once he can do that, he can get an open field, and then his small stature and incredible speed really take over.
So it's another one of those read options opportunities. If Andrew Jamil can get up on his defender and get open, this ball will be pulled and thrown for a touchdown.
First and 10 on the 11 for the Glacier Boys, trying to answer. Izzy takes it himself to the 5 and bumped out of play. Coming across with Stuyvesant Latham to lower the shoulder, shy of the pylon. A big shout out to our fan-controlled football broadcast partners, wherever you're watching, Twitch, NBCLX, Peacock, or DAZN. Appreciate you tuning in and watching fan-controlled football. Second look there. Izzy taking the bump. Those walls are padded, but I wouldn't call it a pillow.
Yeah, it's not a whole bunch of give in those walls. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication, but he does a good job of tucking it and making sure he doesn't make a bad play worse and actually picks up a good gain and moves him deep into the progressive blue zone.
I need y'all to block.
You've heard of the red zone in the NFL. Here in the FCF, half the yards, so we go 10 yards and in is the progressive blue zone.
You can hear Izzy alerting his lineman and telling him, hey, I need you guys to block. This is an opportunity for them to send that middle linebacker to try to push us back even more, protect, and we're going to get in the end zone.
Hey, twins left, Indy right. On one, ready?
Indy blast, a popular play, comes up again here on a 2nd and 1 on the 2. Could get a first down without getting a touchdown.
6'4", 220. This is a great call for the quarterback to run.
Keeps it himself. You called it and walks it in. Isidore is on with 6, and we're tied early.
And sends the ball into the stands. How about some of the fans in the stands getting a souvenir from Izzy, who walks in the end zone?
You can just feel the energy here tonight is on another level, you know?
Good crowd, a lot of folks in the end zone. Celebrations are on point.
And we got a kid coming out to call the 2-point conversion play.
Devlin Isidore missed week 1, made his debut last week, and made it count 4 of 7, 68 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Borrows a drink from the stands.
Don't let the tight split confuse you. A kid called it. It's a slant.
Here's Jamil.
Oh, and it's an out! It's an out! The kids are tricking me! Oh, you little rascals! Have they learned a new route?
I think maybe the night kids are different than the day kids.
Okay,
you know?
okay, okay. You think you can do this to me?
Head on 2 points. A 2-point boost for the Glacier boys. That's brought to you by Experian Boost. Get credit for the bills you already pay, like phone, utilities, and popular streaming services. It's all free, only with Experian Boost.
These kids think they can do this to me? They'll be playing in the playground in Pelican Bay when I'm done with them.
He's turned on the kids, Greg. he was loving the kids. He has turned on the kids.
They're giving us all heavy slant, and then they sneak in or out.
Took me a minute to pick up the training day, but I'm with you.
They'll be playing in a playground in Pelican Bay when I'm through with them.
Credit Devin for removing the 9 to 10 curse words from that original script.
Take them all out. It's good. It's a family-friendly broadcast.
That's how we do it here at the FCF, at least when the crowd mics are off. Here's Jarman now, handoff. No Slade catch this time. Instead, they keep it with Gaston on the ground.
Out.
Ball comes loose. Glacier boys signaling they have it. Let's see what the officials say, and they are pointing a fumble recovery for the Glacier boys. We'll get a second look at this one. There's still a fight for it. Gaston trying to regain possession.
It's a fumble recovered by the defense. Should have been Stars to have the ball. 1st and 10, 17-yard line.
Referee meant the Glacier boys will have the ball.
Let's get a closer look here. Gaston on the carry. They hold him up.
Can't quite see their others on the ground.
Is under fan review.
Oh, that ball is out.
That's coming out as he's going down.
That ball is out.
This one looks to be headed to fan review. Call as it stands.
Darius Dokes
or
with
overturn.
Darius Dokes with the heads-up play. As the runner's going down, that's when he's very vulnerable for strips, and he reaches in and pulls the ball right out. That's a big, big heads-up play.
Enough defenders holding him up, waiting for reinforcements, and we told you Gaston, typically a receiver, pushed into that super back role with Galloway's absence.
Look at 29 in black and turquoise, just snatching the ball out. That ball is clearly out before his knee is down.
Great heads-up play.
Results are in. Waiting for the official word. Believe it's going to be ruled a fumble, and so this will be Glacier boys football.
After fan review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Fumble recovery by the Glacier boys.
That's right. They get their celebration now.
Yeah.
You know, Slick Nick on this D block defensive squad says the D stands for disruptive.
Yes, they are very disruptive.
It shows. It shows already early on in this one.
I mean, and when you're at the next level in college, even in high school, it's trickled down. You have full periods called strip, right? Where guys, the defense is stripping at the ball, and the offense is expected to protect it. That's a great job of getting that ball out and creating another opportunity for this Glacier Boys explosive offense.
And you sort of had the feeling this was going to turn into a shootout. And then the defense steps up and disrupts this back and forth. That could be a major, major turning point for this game.
So even though we fumbled on one end of the field here at FCF, we're always flipping the field, so Glacier Boys now come down this and take that same field position on the 17. Here's Izzy, handing off to Aline. Up the center, and gets a couple before being taken down. Mo Green on the scene.
Did they come down?
I cannot say enough about Aline and his ability to fall forward at just 5'6", 170 pounds. It's increasingly difficult to get behind your pads, because even if you do get behind your pads, there's not much that are behind him. and he still finds a way to first find the crease and then fall forward, which is the sign of a great running back. Just watch him here. He finds a way to get underneath the blocks, and then he's falling forward every single time. I mean, that's as impressive as it gets.
Bryson Aline from Wilmington, Delaware State University. Standout career there over 4 seasons. Rushed for over 1,700 yards. Also a receiving threat for the MEAC school.
You got a two-way go option for Andrew Jamil in the slot. And it looks like the should-have-been stars are playing a no-safety high defense, and so I expect this ball to go to Jamil, because he's going to shake this defender off and get vertical, or he's going to take the corner.
Let's go.
Second down, Izzy to throw. Forced out of the pocket and ripped down. Justin Foster was not going to allow Isidore to get comfortable or find Jamil. There's a look up at the TO zone. Terrell Owens, before his Zapper squad, is up next. Make sure you check out. Yeah, you got Tyreek Hill in the mix there on the right side of your screen. Make sure you check out the TO zone exclusively on Fubo Sports Network.
Got a comment here in the chat from the real Okie man saying, I've never seen this. We get to choose plays? Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
You see that little QR code in the upper left of your screen? Just point your camera at it. It'll direct you to the app. The app is your key to participating. You select a team to choose as your team, and then you get to vote for the actual play that they run on the field. Every single play you see is voted by the fans.
Approaching 10 minutes, first half. Everyone gets back after that hard count by Isidore. Again, being pressured, takes it himself and gets out of play. That was Mo Green again, forcing the quarterback out of his comfort zone.
Should-have-been stars are doing an extremely good job of containing and making sure they're getting pressure, right? You want to stay disciplined in your rush lanes. I mean, there are only 3 of them, right? You got to stay disciplined in those rush lanes so that you don't allow big runs from the quarterback. And they do a good job of that, of pushing the pocket and then spinning back and not rushing past the quarterback, and keep that rush from the quarterback minimal.
Now 4th and 4. So a key down here early for the Glacier Boys on the 11. Ahead 8-6 on this drive due to a fumble recovery. So trying to turn that defense into some offense as Aline comes back on.
Get ready for this one.
Caleb Irving also as a tight end, which, as we know, creates a big mismatch on defensive end covering a tight end. Let's see if 85 isn't the way they go.
Izzy with a 3-yard carry, setting up this 4th and 4.
They're going to use 85 to pull around the center and have Aline go right behind him.
Izzy. Hand off to Aline. A burst to the outside. Jets are on. And he is into the pylon to the end zone. Touchdown.
I believe he just did the Pullman leap as well into the stands.
Aline's ability to be shifty and use great speed. This play should not work. You get 85 coming through, and that hole is clogged, but Aline's ability to bounce the ball outside and toe tap across the sideline and get in the end zone was, I mean, this is a special running back for the Glacier Boyz. A lot has been made about the quarterback and the receiver and their ability to connect, but how about the balance that they have with Aline? And obviously, celebrations are always encouraged.
Harrison Dreer now for the two-point conversion, long run, and a little too far as Izzy put that one to the far corner. It'll stay 14-6. Glacier Boyz out in front early against the should-have-been Stars. Stars back with the football when we come back to Atlanta. Fans in the house tonight here at Pullman Yards. Great crowd in the building in Atlanta as we're back to it with the Stars on offense, trailing 14-6. And that one is complete. Now to Justin Times.
Great name, Justin Times. We got a great comment in the Twitch chat right after that score from Big Head Lotto 1K, who said, I said to run that play, which in FCF, when you say we won or we scored, you can actually mean it. You called the play. That was a touchdown.
Give yourself a pat on the back. Great call.
Hey, we got them, bro. They're scary, bro.
Conversely, if things go sideways, you also know who to
kick in the butt.
Who to blame.
It's clearly the ref's fault.
Then it was the ref. Yeah, that's the math. Good play, fans. Bad play, refs. Just kidding, refs. We appreciate you. There's an official out there throwing a flag at the screen.
Exactly. Tomatoes. Throwing tomatoes at Craig Metzger.
Oh, the defense again, just not having it right up front. Jordan Harold. Harold out of the University of Missouri. St. Louis guy. Looking at 3rd and 6 now on the 14. That's the drone right there taking you inside the huddle. If you're wondering, is there a cameraman who's walking amongst the Glacier Boyz?
Know that there's one flying among them.
Empty, big people.
The only thing that's beating that drone is Tyreek Hill in a race right now.
Yes, exactly. I would take Tyreek, that's for sure.
Hey. Smash, scissors, delay, trips left, on one, 50-50, ready?
Great view of the play that the fans have voted on, so you get a little preview of what this team's about to run.
Now, last time Glacier Boyz were on defense, Ben Hunt, the fumble recovery, will try and make the stop here again. Jarman, let's fly, and on cue, the Glacier Boyz and Darius Dokes coming in front to bat that one away.
Darius Dokes' hands have been in a few big plays here to start. Obviously, he has a strip, and then he has the bat down right there where it looks like it's going to be an easy completion, but he does a great job sitting in zone and then reacting to the quarterback's eyes and arm movement. Very good job by Darius Dokes. He's showing a great deal of instincts here early in the game.
And you see why the fans chose to pick D-Block as the 6th overall pick in the draft. It's not a mistake. This is a very potent group. And the Glacier Boyz fans recognize that, realize that defense in Season 2.0 has been a major factor in who comes out on top.
And the Glacier Boyz, they've been trying to find a defense they like. This is their 3rd different defensive groups in 3 weeks. They had Shutdown Squad, then Hitmen last week, and now D-Block. Jarman rushes on. He's going nowhere fast. A quarterback sack. A monster rush from Keith Wainwright.
Get guys like Keith Wainwright and Slick Nick over that center, it makes it increasingly difficult as a quarterback to have time to make a play. What a play by not only...
Fans would have an opportunity to vote for a Wendy's flip the field.
Not only Wainwright, who comes on the blitz, but Slick Nick has shown each week that he is a dancing bear with spin moves and looks like wide receiver releases on these offensive linemen. They are having a tough time handling him each and every week.
So a fan vote now. Do Wendy's flip the field? That's an option here, the FCF version of the punt. After Wainwright with the quarterback sack, Keith Wainwright, another guy with a great story here in the league from Alabama, a native of Bermuda, moved to the U.S. in the late 90s. playing football, also works at NASA as a systems engineer. So a highly intelligent guy rushing the quarterback and coming up with the sack.
He has all the calculations on how to get to the
Fans
quarterback.
have confirmed the Wendy's flipped the field.
It's unfair.
To be
There
first
has
and
to be a
10.
cap. There has to be a cap on brain power here in the
Yeah,
FCF.
you
That guy
can't have everything. You can't have everything.
Right? He's got size, skill, talent, and then he's a brainiac as well.
Flip the field is confirmed. So the field position will change. As things weren't working for the Stars, they decide to give the Glacier Boys the worst field position. And now we'll see the Glacier Boys back on offense. And still plenty of time here, 4:44 to go in the first, but Glacier Boys in a real position to try and blow this one open.
Yeah, just as we were complimenting D-Block, talking about their high draft status, they show us why yet again, giving the offense an opportunity to really pull this game ahead.
Tight end Darren Dowdell is in the game.
That's Jameel in motion. Izzy keeps it himself and won't get far. Justin Foster closing down that path. Under 4.5 to play. Let's take a closer look at how you, the fans of the Glacier Boys, are running the football.
Hobo likes candy, obviously on top there, just barely, with only 2 yards separating first and second place. We don't just track the track the players in FCF. We're tracking the fans. We're tracking your ability to call effective plays. Sign up. You can actually call plays in the Twitch extension if you're watching on Twitch live as well. But the best place to do it is that app, because your stats will be tracked and you'll be able to move up the leaderboard like Mr. Candy.
We have got to give these fans an opportunity to tell the story or explain how these names come about. Hobos like candy? What?
I mean, it's a true statement.
That sounds like there's a story behind that. We'll have a flag here.
Hey, nobody ran.
Before the snap, false start, number 82 offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
False start, the call. Tack on 5 yards, so the Glacier Boys will back things up a bit.
Keon Thomas, wide receiver at the bottom of your screen, takes off on the tackle too. So the tackle accompanied with the wide receiver Keon Thomas, just a little premature in their movement.
2nd and 14. We've talked about it all day long. Fans, what an excellent experience it is here inside the venue at Pullman Yards. Don't miss your chance to join us. Head to fcf.tixer.com to secure your game day experience passes for this custom venue. Starting as low as $20. Great action on the way all through early June right here at Pullman Yards in Atlanta. Under 3 to play now, first half. Aline in motion as a receiver. Quick out, little low there, trying to find Cedric Bird, and incomplete.
Speaking of Cedric Bird, earlier up here in the booth, I mean, I got to tell the story, guys. I mean, there's no way we can get out of this day, and that's a perfect time. A bird flew onto the booth. Yeah. I mean, we were hanging out, and, you know, it was the most amazing experience. It used the bathroom at one point, and you know, well, we avoided that.
It was extremely comfortable up here. There's one thing for a bird to just show up and be a little agitated. This bird was moving in.
At this point, we should have gave the bird a spare headset. The bird was a part of the broadcast.
That's
Luckily,
right.
we hadn't started yet, so he, you know, I don't know if it was he or she, but it could not join the broadcast. But I wish it would come back.
Well, I think we have footage of this.
We got footage of the bird. That's the bird. There it goes.
That bird wanted my job.
That bird.
It was after my job.
Clearly announcer for FCF. Check him out. That's me. Just keep the bird far away. That's me.
And then our stage manager, Sharon, our own Ace Ventura, just
She's
speaking
amazing.
to the animals, calmly brought that bird down. Landed right on Jeff's computer, tried to fire off a few tweets.
It's actually a Twitter representative, you know. He heard about FCF. He had to come check it out for himself.
I've heard of tweeting, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is how the new Twitter is going to go. We know it's up for sale, so now they're going to actually send small birds to every account holder.
Elon is sending birds to individual broadcasts.
Tweets going on everywhere. That's great.
Oh, look, we're
Hey, how you doing?
hello,
old
drone cam.
This
You're
isn't a
doing
large
such
bird,
great
it's a
job.
drone.
You're
Or
doing
as
such a great job.
As the Twitch chat said, a 15-foot camera person. No, it is a drone flying through the venue here. We haven't seen any other animals show up. No other birds.
No birds. No
Well, the
birds.
night is young, Greg.
It is. It is. There's still plenty of time.
At home, don't judge how quickly I reacted, but I used to be a player. I got something left now. I got something left.
You got
I move very quick.
1 minute.
There it
Your
goes.
reflexes are still there.
The reflexes are still there. That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Minute to play now, first half. Izzy to Jamil. Almost intercepted. 2 hands on, but Isaiah Edwards couldn't hang on.
Talking about reflexes, right? That looked like a foregone conclusion that Jamil would have another touchdown.
Personal foul.
Flag on the play.
Roughing the passer. Number 44, defense. Penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Roughing the passer. So after the near interception, instead roughing the passer, 10-yard penalty, and that'll keep the Boyz in business. We will take a timeout and return to Pullman Yards after this. So after the penalty on roughing the passer, it's a first down for the Glacier boys. Yes, that dancing woman has returned.
She's returned, and she has a partner now.
She has become a real fan favorite.
Absolutely. Can her partner keep up and go through the entire time with her? That's got to be the question.
She sets a high bar.
Yeah, constant movement.
Oh,
Aline changing directions, putting everyone on skates as he moves across the 25.
Hey, he big.
Wow. I mean, as shifty as we have in this league,
I'm kind of bigger, bro. He trying to
there's
hit me
no
with
way
his
this
ass.
play should go for any yards. Instead, excuse me, I'm going to head this way while you go that way.
I love how fast he gets after he changes direction.
Oh, my goodness. His acceleration at the point of trying to get downfield, once again, leaning forward, finishing forward like a great running back should.
And this was a situation where it should have been Stars thought they're going to have the ball back after holding on defense, holding the line.
21.
Instead, the roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah.
First down, Glacier boys back to it, and now picking off a 7-yard chunk here.
Hey, twins left. Indy right blast. That's a slant. Hey, Indy right blast on one-on-one. Ready? Blast, yeah.
It's a great job of reminding your receivers, hey, Indy blast, hey, that's a slant. You need your receivers to know what they're supposed to do because, you know, these linebackers are coming to take your head off.
Jarman, the handoff. A lean down the right side. He'll get a couple, good enough for a first down, and then taken down out of play. And looks as if Mo Green is slow to get up at the 20-yard line.
We've talked about Aline's small stature, but I think that his small stature actually works to his benefit as he kind of hides behind his large offensive lineman, and then by the time the defense can try to react, he bursts through the hole, and by that time, he's already got 5, 6, 7 yards of yardage picked up.
A lot of excitement today. You'll understand if a quick nap is necessary here at the Fan Control Football League. That guy brought a bullhorn in, so that's an interesting element there in the stands.
Very interesting.
21 seconds.
Keep him away from the baby.
Yeah, 21 seconds left in the first half. The handoff, Bryson Aline, and he is ripped backwards
You think I could
by
throw it?
Justin
If I pull it?
Foster.
No.
That was after Mo Green was helped off by the training staff. We'll keep an eye out on if Green can return.
We got 14 seconds.
They're really, really riding the lean. He's had good success rushing the ball left, right, and even when plays aren't supposed to work, he still finds a way. They're going to get him forward progress to the 15-yard line. But now they're going to have to find a way to get their best player, Jamil, involved in the passing game. And usually he loves to get across the field to make plays for his team.
Aline now 6 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown on the ground.
Love how the fans are choosing to run the clock down. Of course, under 30 seconds, the clock stops after every play, but still, you want to control the ball, not give the should-have-been Stars a chance to score before halftime. If you can go up by 2 scores before
And get the
halftime
ball.
and get the ball, right?
Scissors delay, the play called by you, the fans. Here on 2nd and 9. Isidore with time for the moment. Throwing, corner of the end zone, and Jamil laying out, but too far ahead.
That play took a lot of time. They had 14 seconds left, and now you're almost down to one shot at the end zone unless you get a quick couple yards. This is a great job of protection, right? He had plenty of time, just couldn't find the guy open, and when he did, he had two guys, and he missed both of them. Early in this game, Isidore just hasn't been as on point as we've seen him in the past weeks.
Looks like he took another big hit there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, these hits may be taking a toll. I mean, he's taking big shots.
I'm gonna take that hit for that pass.
He said it.
You hear him?
Yeah.
You hear him? I said it earlier. I'm going to take that hit for that pass.
Get a great sound here from the huddle.
Empty.
Izzy right now 1 of 4, 12 yards, so just one completion. It did go to Jamil.
Slide in the DM.
It goes down in the DM. Let's see if it goes down in the Pullman yard on this play.
6 seconds left, 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Jamil now.
Izzy just low, trying to find Jamil on the 10-yard line. That ball bounces at around the 12.
Luckily, that was very fast, and they still have 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, like we just talked about. I mean, Izzy just isn't on his game like he usually is. He's usually extremely sharp and taking those shots. But I can tell you from experience, taking those shots over and over and over again and standing there strong, it can take a toll on you. And he's got a little blood, little battle wounds that you can see he's trying to clean off there. And let's keep an eye on that and see if that has affected the way he's been able to hold and grip the ball and affect his throws.
4th down here, looking at likely the last play of this first half. Glacier Boys in front 14-6, trying to tack on one more. Take a commanding advantage here into the half.
Looks like the fans just say, get in the end zone. Sticks.
Izzy stepping up, stepping back, directing traffic, falling down. Tries to get rid of the football, and he is ripped down at the 15 as time expires. And Devlin Isidore searching for an option downfield, never found one, and Justin Foster
That's the end of the
brings
first
an end
half.
to this first half. Second half coming up here from Pullman Yards. Glacier Boys ahead of should have been Stars 14-6. Boys at 1-1, Stars at 2-0 on the season thus far. Week 3 competition. We've got the game to follow, our nightcap. The Zappers looking for their first win at 0-2. Excited for the debut of quarterback Kelly Bryant with the Zappers, taking on Knights of D-Gen at 1-1. As we are underway to start off our second half, Glacier Boys will have the football.
Let's go.
It's a handoff and a lean just beyond the 10. You so often talk about it, Devin, just literally falling forward to try and get that extra yard.
Love this comment in the chat from Roach36. How do you tell your friends and family that there's no football league as fun, as fast, as action-packed, and as exciting as FCF?
We've got football, we've got fun, and we've got birds. What other league? I mean, I've seen squirrels, running around the field from time, but we've got a drone, and then we have an actual bird that joined the broadcast. How about that?
Always innovating here at the FCF. Opening minute of our second half. Isidore just 1 of 5 for 12 yards, trying to get on track here. Throwing the football. He'll have an opportunity. Fires complete to Andrew Jamil. Right across the FCF logo. Beyond the 25-yard line. And that will bring things up for the Glacier Boys with a first down.
Richard Sherman said it. If you're having issues completing balls, Andrew Jamil. If that doesn't work, Andrew Jamil again. Izzy obviously listened to his owner's coaching point and finds Jamil over the middle. Nice catch, first down.
Jamil has great hands. He's got some speed, but I think his genius is just getting open.
Yeah.
It just seems like every play he's open.
Yep.
Let's check in with Liv Moods. Liv,
Yeah, we're seeing a pretty even matchup here between these two teams, both offensively and defensively. I think what it's going to boil down to in the second half is which powerhouse offense comes out on top. I think they're tiring each other out, so who will prevail, only time will tell.
That's so true. 14-6, but plenty of time left. Very much an opportunity for should have been Stars to climb back in this. Aline changing direction, trying to escape, gets past one man, can't get past the rest of them.
I was trying to see where you.
Kelly on the tackle. That's Sean Kelly.
How in the world is that not a loss of 7?
Yeah. Even in a play that doesn't really net very many yards, he's so elusive, so hard to get down.
I mean, he cuts back, and then he's stiff-arming this guy, and he finds a way to get loose of him. He puts his pads down and finds a way, somehow, to get back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, this guy is so impressive, and I have to remind you, 5'6", 170 pounds, and that's probably being generous.
Yeah.
I mean, this man is powerful.
That's what he said. First man miss. It's more like the second and third man also miss.
A lot of requests in the chat right now to name the bird that landed in.
They want to call it Pullman.
Pullman seems like a pretty solid name. I mean, it's the obvious choice.
PB.
I think we need
bird.
I think we need a fan vote, and we need a poll.
Yeah. Hope he comes back to visit.
He was very comfortable. Dreer up the sideline and had a play just shy of the progressive blue zone.
Out of play right underneath our feet, which we always love. And I talked about it earlier, but the ability to feel football is amazing here in this state-of-the-art facility. As you can see, an easy completion. Find a way to get your quarterback going. First, get the ball to Jamil, and then find an open, easy target to throw the ball on a standstill route, right? Moving routes are a little more difficult to complete when you get a hitch on the outside where he's standing still. It's an easy target for the quarterback to get himself going and get back into that comfortable groove that he's been in for so long.
9-yard reception for Dreer from Isidore. And a couple of completions now for Izzy to try and get back on track, as you were discussing. So that sets up a 3rd and 1 now on the 15.
Jamil right in front of us here, right below us, and just jamming to this DJ in the stadium. Feeling it.
Indy Pop, the play call.
So it's Indy Pop. So I'm thinking it's play action or RPO. And the pop is the tight end going down the seam. It's kind of like a pop pass. We saw a touchdown thrown on it earlier. There it goes.
It's the handoff to Aline to the end zone. Heat it up, Aline Cuisine.
There you go. It's even better when you don't have to make any man miss. You just get to run straight into the end zone.
A lot of that play was created by the action that Izzy showed. You get the tight end up the seam wide open. Izzy gives a fake throw, and it holds the linebackers just for a second. And if the linebackers hold for a second, that young man right there is gone.
Greg, Aline Cuisine is top tier.
That was good. Eat it up. Aline Cuisine. That is good stuff.
I can hear Josh McCouga somewhere tipping his hat to you, sir.
15-yard touchdown, and then Dardell trying to haul that one in a little high. We all love a good frozen dinner every now and again.
I think we should name the bird Indy. You know, so many plays are the Indy this, Indy that. The bird should be named Indy. You know, we named the dog Indiana, right?
We're going to sort things out here. We'll get to the bottom of this, folks. But first, the timeout. 15-15 to go. Second half, Glacier Boys in front 20-6. Bryson Aline taking control.
A lot of support for Indy.
Tyson the bird?
Tyson's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Nugget has been suggested. And somebody suggested Birdie Sanders.
Ooh. Birdie Sanders. All right.
That's good. That is good. Birdie Sanders. I like that. Come on, let's go.
Stars back to work now on offense.
Let's go.
The toss. The sprint up to the 20 to Tyus Boykin. So we told you again, no Ladarius Galloway, so super back by committee here. As we talk about should have been Stars fans and the choices they're making, Jeff, let's dive into the leaderboard here overall. Top 5 in touchdowns in the FCF.
This is the whole league across all the teams. Usually we're looking at team-specific stats. Here is your FCF leaders. Calvin's 22 and Boykin for MVP, both at the top of the leaderboards, tied at 12. But it's a tight race there at the top. And these, of course, are stats that are tracked in the app. When you call a play that results in a touchdown, it is as if you scored a touchdown. So download that app, sign up, support a team, and start calling plays so you can get your stats tracked.
Boykin for MVP is such a genius handle because you almost subconsciously start entering Boykin in for the Gatorade Player of the Game just by seeing that name pop up in the chat every now and again.
Yeah.
It is. It's Inception.
Let's go. Let's go.
First down. Well, speaking of Boykin, bursting forward up to the 20.
After those last 2 runs, it looks like Mr. Boykin of the Should Have Been Stars should have been the superback from the start. I mean, he is getting big chunks out of these runs, and you're finally seeing some life out of the Should Have Been Stars running game.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime, how they had 3 rushing yards in the first half. It looks like the fans were listening and decided to vote in some rushing plays and balance that offense a bit more.
I'm guaranteeing you that Boykin for MVP is calling these plays.
You think?
He's definitely calling.
This Boykin, Tyus Boykin out of Assumption University. As we said, typically a wide receiver. Came into this week with a couple of grabs for 25 yards, but now getting the opportunity on the ground. 2nd and 1. After that latest carry, make it 2nd and 2 now. Low snap for Jarman, he gets rid of it. Here, Boykin, you deal with it. Pushing forward, and they'll be shy of the first down.
I mean, looked like a little bit of a hot potato there. Oh, no, it's not going to be me. Here you go, Boykin. You want to be a superback? Here you go.
Slick Nick's coming right at me. I got to get rid of this thing.
Got to get rid of it.
Good look there at some of our FCF gear. Board 8 Football Club, the All Fun League. You can buy these shirts and much more at the FCF store.
The ice is not included.
The ice is not included. Get your own chains.
Get your own chains.
But scan the QR code. Use the promo code GameDay20. It's only on game day, so use it today. Scan the QR code or head to store.fcf.io. Gear for each of the 8 teams. FCF gear. No shortage of options from the Fan Control Football merch shop. And we also want to give a big shout out to our broadcast partners. Everyone watching on Twitch, NBC LX, Peacock, DAZN for our international viewers, and of course Fubo Sports as well.
Set go.
3rd and 3. Jarman to pass. Let's fly. That's complete. It'll be good for a first down just in time. A whirling dervish finally comes to a stop beyond the 20 at the 19.
Man, how about that spin cycle?
Yeah, he did about 15 yards of just spinning in a circle.
I mean, it's those Glacier boys ripping at the ball. Watch, rip at the ball, please get the ball. All right, let's get him to the ground.
Do-si-do with your partner.
I think they would just let him stand up. He would have run in the wrong direction.
All right.
Dizzy.
Able to hang on to the football. Let's look inside the Zappers luxury box here.
I mean, those luxury boxes are so nice, right? And it's a lower level, upper level. I mean, just a good time all around here at Pullman Yard.
Yeah, it's kind of a lounge level downstairs. If you just want to hang out, maybe your favorite team's not playing at that moment, then you can go upstairs and get a great look at the action.
But you don't have to miss any action when you're downstairs. They got TVs down there for you to watch the game.
Yeah, it's a whole big area back there. Sometimes you see the drone fly through and you can get a glimpse at it. But there's a really cool area backstage as well with the whole dining facility.
Side surf for the kids to play games, their own 7-on-7 football games that they like.
Back to Boykin. Tries to change direction. He'll be held up. They're ripping at that football again. He hangs on. Jordan Harrell trying to rip that one away on the tackle.
And D-Block is smelling more turnovers. They're hunting for him.
Go!
And Goats is a heat-seeking missile. I mean, just flies out of the middle of the field and makes first contact, and then you see the rest of those Glacier boys coming like bees to honey.
That's a great call. I mentioned Harold, but Dokes really started that stoppage there on the defensive end.
Empty big, empty big, empty big.
20-9, Glacier Boys ahead here in the second half. Don't forget, one more game to come. The Zappers take on the Knights of D-Gen at around 9 p.m. Eastern to close out Week 3 action here in fan-controlled football.
So go.
Quarterback's going to slide to the right.
Lets it go. Boykin is there, up to the 10, falling down inside the progressive blue zone. And so Tyus Boykin has been the go-to now, whether carrying the football or receiving the ball. A big focus for the Stars.
Yeah, we talked about somebody that needs to step up. Who is it going to be? Ladarius Galloway is away, and we need somebody to step up. It looks like to this point, especially in this second half, that Tyus Boykin is going to be that guy. Dokes, obviously, again, on the tackle. He's everywhere.
I told you about Boykin for MVP, the handle, but who do you want to be the Gatorade player of the game? You can offer your thoughts exclusively in the Twitch chat. Oof, Slade Jarman should get some sort of award for taking that hit.
Yeah, he's already bleeding.
You know, it's a pretty tough hit when you hit the ground, you roll over your shoulders, you slide on your shoulders just for a little bit, and then you hit the other side of your body.
I imagine there's like that 3 to 5 seconds of self-assessment after you've been rocked.
What am I doing here? Do I really love this game?
Is that really a bird?
Is that a bird?
Let's go.
3rd and 1. Jarman, the keeper, changing direction. He'll get the first down before Dokes comes across.
How about Jarman? Right, not the most fleet of foot man on the planet, and definitely not in the FCF, but just enough to get the first down. Sneaks up on the Glacier Boys, who I'm sure were not expecting for him to pull that ball.
So he picks up the first down. We're now inside the progressive blue zone, and a fan vote is on for a power play.
Been thrown. Stars are calling for a power play.
Interesting time to use it on 2nd down here in the progressive blue zone. Wonder if the fans are going to support this vote or not.
I would think sit on this and actually see how you do it. This is a great time to use your progressive 5th down, being in the blue zone. See a look at our power play rules. Whatever the case, 8th play of the drive upcoming here for the Should Have Been Stars.
I love this comment from Inno Shade. Says, power up? Must be nice. Beast fans.
If you weren't with us earlier, the Beast fans.
Fans have voted. There is no power play. First down.
Earlier today, the Beast fans had all of their power-ups available. With time running out in the game and not one was used. Can't blame the fans.
No.
The coach has to throw the flag and prompt the opportunity for the fans to vote on the power play. The flag was not thrown, and yeah, they ended up losing that game.
There's a lot of salt in the chat about that.
Yep.
But the fans here, they decide, no, we're going to hang on to that power play. And so they still have the power play, and they still have the progressive 5th down, as you can see by the icons towards the top of the screen. And for me, again, inside the blue zone, if they can't convert here, they get to that 4th down. A great opportunity to use the 5th down because you also move the ball half the distance to the goal. So it really puts them in a great spot to try and punch it in. And depending on timing here, too, how long this takes, don't forget about our comeback rule. That doesn't take effect until we are under 5 minutes to go in the second half, and you must be trailing. With 6:20 here, the timing may work out that they can also activate that rule.
Absolutely.
Twins left, Indy right, Indy right. Hey, come here, come here, come here. Twins left, Indy right.
I think that it shows a lot of intelligence from the fans to vote this down and not just kind of be enamored by using the shiny power-up.
So go.
Jarman goes back to Boykin. Oh! Up top and in! Touchdown!
Ladarius Galloway isn't the only one that can leap into the air, evidently.
Who's going to be the guy to replace the production and explosive plays lent by Ladarius Galloway? We thought it might be Tyus Boykin, and he has solidified himself as the guy.
Second look here, courtesy of Great Clips, as Boykin up high and into the end zone. An 8-play, 40-yard drive spanning 9 minutes and 21 seconds. It's capped by this, a 6-yard leap for Tyus Boykin, who was into the end zone in that replay. Brought to you by Great Clips. Great Clips salons provide value-priced, high-quality hair care for men, women, and children.
He slayed the blade with his samurai sword.
I love how Slay the Blade grabs the samurai sword whether he scores or not. Hey guys, gotta push this forward, guys.
He's like, I had to carry this on the plane, guys. I'm definitely using it, okay? Jarman, that's good. Completion is there. And that two-point conversion brought to you by Experian Boost. As Levi Shetler out of Paris, Texas, from the University of Buffalo, hauls in that key two-pointer. And so we got ourselves a game, and I feel like I've said that just a couple of times today. We think something is one thing, and then we know in the FCF, outside of week 2, you're never out of it.
Yeah, without question. And obviously, the Should Have Been Stars aren't going to be able to activate the comeback rule just yet. But if this defense can stand and stay strong right here against the Glacier boys, you're going to have yourself another great finish.
And it's interesting, Jeff, I feel like the fans are always learning moves they can make. And I wonder, looking at that last play, if they try and take more time off the clock, get underneath 5 minutes to use that comeback. Yeah. Here's a carry now for Aline. A big block as he tries to turn the corner. Doesn't get much, and a little talk on the way back.
Man, Aline doesn't lack for any energy, courage, want to. I mean, he is the total package in a relatively miniature package as comparison to all the other superbacks around the league. But here he is again, getting the ball, cutting back, finding the lane. His vision has been on full display today, and then finishing the run. I call that a tie. That's a nice collision there.
You could hear the block there as he turned the corner. That just adds to the energy here.
Yeah, you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great.
That's exactly what they're saying. You're the best out here. No, it's you.
Lots of mutual respect.
21.
Nearing the 5-minute mark. 2nd and 5. That was a 5-yard gain for Aline. You talked about him being a diminutive super back, just 5'6", 170.
Ish.
Like now they're slowing the plays
Ish
up with
is on ish.
the way you know what I'm saying? That chasing that kill shit, slowing their rush down. Which I just want them niggas to go.
You can hear Izzy sharing his thoughts with Aline here. Now ready. They go back to the super back. The ball's loose. Fumble. Still loose. Looks like the Stars have it. It's recovered by the Should Have Been Stars. They take it away. Mo Green.
Wow. You saw Aline getting a little, dancey.
A little too cute.
Yeah.
Aline gets the ball on the edge. Obviously, the exchange, it's kind of skip to my Lou. Boom! And the ball stays inbounds.
Deshaun Benton got a hat on that one. Popped it loose.
The skip to my Lou had bad timing. Bad timing, Aline. Bad timing, and Green absolutely destroys him.
Such a strong game, a little overconfident there. And that's such a momentum changer.
I wonder what that rose is all about. Maybe it's roses because he essentially just killed Aline. He needs to take some roses to that funeral because he absolutely blasted him. You want to win? Put Booby in. Obviously. And now the Should Have Been Stars have the ball at the 6-yard line going in. Just one more look at this. Skip to my. Get out of here.
And now on the other end, things picking up intensity as Boykin is driven into the wall. After that first down and goal, after the fumble recovery, remember we flipped the field here, so now the Stars are moving right to left. And so they have a 1st and goal on the 6. That's a 1-yard gain for Boykin. Now 2nd and goal on the 5, and a fan vote is out for the power play. So they held on to it, didn't use it last time. Maybe now this is when they decide.
Power flag has been thrown. Fans will have an opportunity to vote for a power play.
So the fan vote is on. Do you want to use the power play here? It's a 7-on-6 advantage. This will go out to the Should Have Been Stars fans with a 2nd and goal on the 5.
Coach Liotto wanting to prove, hey, I know we have power-ups to use. I know how to use them.
Just throwing those flags all over the place now. Hey, yet again, I'm sure the beasts are in the chat. Oh, who knew? We have power plays.
A lot of salt.
What are those?
Now, last time the fans voted not to use it, you think
I think this is
will go.
Here.
Well, this is why you hang on to them.
Yeah, you're in a position to take the lead, and I think you got to make sure you get the lead at this point.
Fans enjoying this one, making their selections. That's part of the FCF experience. You can be here, watch the game, and then also call the plays on your phone.
That last shirt, that bear's head was off. That was weird. Jeez, what was that all about?
Did a couple of things. He might have come in with the guy with the megaphone.
The stuffing was coming out of the bear. Where's our bird? Protect our bird, because obviously, jeez.
Taxidermy happening in the stadium.
My goodness, what was that all about? That shirt was mean.
Well, last time the Stars were in the progressive blue zone in the 2nd half, they scored. So comfortable here. They'll try and do it again.
Woody the Duck says, shouldn't the clock be running? No, that's because...
Unless there's a score or a first down.
When the
game clock will start on my signal.
When the coach throws that red flag, the clock stops.
One of the few times the clock will stop.
Open the hole up.
And so the fans do agree to go 7-on-6 power play.
You're good. Hey, fuck
has been called for the Stars. And you see now the logo goes from yellow to purple at the top of your screen. They only have the progressive 5th down left. Here's the toss. Boykin, a sprint to the corner, diving to the pylon. Looking at the official for the signal, nodding his head, touchdown.
Let's go.
And we are tied at 20.
When you use that power play, you can hit the easy button with Boykin at running back. I mean, he takes that ball and darts to the edge and full extension to get in the end zone.
I think we're going to get a review on this one.
Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that's a touchdown. How about that? He jumps from almost the 3-yard line. And full extension, hits the pylon, and to those at home, the ball hitting the pylon is the ball crossing the plane. So the fact that he loses control afterward doesn't matter. That is a touchdown every day of the week. And twice on Sunday.
Boykin is in, and now a crucial 2-point opportunity here. Stars with 14 points unanswered right now to tie this game at 20. They have the chance now to pull ahead 22-20 with 3:42 to play.
How much of a killer was that? A lean fumble.
Yeah. Something you don't usually see from a lean.
No.
But like you said, he got a little too cute in his run, and perfect timing on the tackle from Booby.
Chris Robb is on.
Touchdown is confirmed. Should have been Stars. We're going for 2.
So that touchdown under review. Fans do confirm what we all saw. And now Robb and Jarman to try and make it 22-20 Stars. Robb, good movement, hauls it in with ease. 16 unanswered for the Should Have Been Stars. They pull ahead 22-20 with 3:42 to play on that 2-point conversion brought to you by Experian Boost.
Yeah, Boykin, I can tell you, his new name on the back of his jersey is, you should have been gave me the ball. Because ever since he's been in this game, he has been explosive.
Boykin's getting the football. These guys are getting Wendy's. Check out our in-game delivery moment brought to you by Wendy's and Grubhub. These guys are like, open that bag immediately.
7:58, we need it.
Order Wendy's on Saturday and Sunday each week and receive $5 off any order, $20 or more. As we look inside the Wendy's owner box.
They're giving Wendy's to a pack of wolves right now.
A pack of wolves and a policeman.
These folks are very hungry.
It's a safe box.
Glacier boys. Jameel diving, sliding, and hauling it in at the 10.
When in doubt. When in doubt. Izzy Jameel. Make it happen. Richard Sherman wanted it, and Izzy delivers.
Just felt like there wasn't that long completion yet. Jameel hadn't broke one. There it is. You can't hold him down all game.
Can't.
And we saw in the chat someone said, what is it with Jamil? And these are the plays that he makes. It brings these intangibles. Precise route runner, great speed,
Let's get the clock.
good size for this
21,
league. Right?
21.
You don't have to be a 6'4" receiver to dominate here. You see what he's able to bring.
I mean, one of his shared owners, Richard Sermon, one of the going to be a Hall of Famer.
Hey,
He said he would love to see Jamil get a chance in the NFL.
Yeah.
He thinks he can be extremely successful. He doesn't know for sure, but from what he's seen, he believes that he could have a shot and think he deserves one.
That's high praise coming from Richard Sherman.
30 yards through the air. Izzy to Jamil. Back to a lean. Back to work. Into the end zone.
That's how you make up for that fumble.
I see your fumble, and I raise you a lean into the end zone.
Aline Cuisine back on his diet.
Back on his steady diet of eating should-have-been star defenders and getting in the end zone.
And a microwave fast 1 minute and 16-second drive.
We're doing hella good, bro. Let's
Now for two.
Block to the ball, that's close.
Jamil, wow. Couldn't hang on, and they may have floated dead as he was going to grab that one just outside the end zone. So close.
That double move, though. Woo.
Wow. I mean, he left the guy's jockstrap out. Somebody check for the jockstrap. The jockstrap is still out there and could not finish the play. They call it a jerk route or a shake, where he goes up, he fakes like he's going one way, and just got a little too, oh no.
That does not happen. Jamil has it on his hands. It's a catch.
I'm just telling you, it was his picture in the end zone.
Yeah.
He's facing his own picture, he catches the ball, and then he looks at himself like, man, that's a handsome young man. And then he drops the ball.
Very hard to stay focused when you see yourself.
Very
in the end
hard.
zone.
No, fuck that. I want you to get
You
inside
just
the
don't
end
see
zone.
that.
That's why I just like.
Bryson Aline continuing to tear it up. Now 3 touchdowns on the ground, 79 yards. 2:26 left, still a ton of time. Boykin upended on the carry. Remember, clock will run until we get to 1 minute left. Just a 4-point difference between the Glacier boys and the Stars. And with the way the FCF goes, you can expect both to have a solid crack at the end zone.
I mean, this game is so far from over. You might get 3 or 4 more possessions in this game.
We knew this was a good matchup on paper, and it has lived up to the hype already. What a thriller. Another thriller. What a great day of games we've already got.
The FCF football god said, apologies for week 2.
Yes.
We got you. Stick with us in week 3.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
21 Ben. Twins right.
140 and counting. 2nd and 7. Ball is on the 13.
There's some competition.
Oh.
She's been dancing all night.
It's
Dancing
a
Lady
one-woman
Part
show
2.
right now.
Yeah, no. Should get them in separate booths and let them compete.
Dance off.
Yeah.
Jarman passing, completing to Calvin. He's been fairly quiet. Had a big grab last week from Galloway. Now takes the catch here from Jarman. Don't forget to check in on the TO zone. Catch all the Link to Terrell Owens VT footage here mic'd up, and check out on TO now and later on talking about FCF action. Tune into the TO zone exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. TO and the Zappers up next.
Timeout.
After the conclusion of this
Should have been
contest,
Stars. The
we'll
last
get a
timeout of the
timeout
half.
called for the should have been Stars.
If you're just joining us, I have an interesting stat that you might want to know at home. The quarterback is the leading receiver and the second leading passer in this game. Slade Jarman is not the leading passer in this game. That'll be Calvin. And he is the leading receiver with 33 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown. The quarterback.
Love that.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Not what anyone expected, that's for sure.
Not with it. Nobody in this booth.
Oh, there's that shirt again. Disconnected teddy bear.
That teddy bear has had a rough life.
Excellent championship belt, by the way. Someone brought in some hardware. 1:14 to play. Jarman to pass. The rush is on. Let's fly, and that is complete to Boykin. Tyus Boykin has been the safety valve here for Slade the Blade on all fronts.
Oh, without question. He has been a breath of fresh air, for lack of a better term, for the Should Have Been Stars. Tough catches, great runs.
We have our 1-minute timing rules in effect now, and we will take a timeout. Glacier Boys 26, Should Have Been Stars 22. Stars back with the football when we come back after this timeout. Join us here inside Pullman Yards for fan-controlled football action all season long. Get your game day experience passes now. Head to fcf.tixer.com. It's an interactive experience. We highly encourage dancing.
That was great.
Some food, some drinks, some football. It's a great time
There's
here.
Mitch the Kid taking in the late games.
A student of the game, checking out who he might be taking on next week. Jarman in trouble, ripped down. Ball popped loose there at the end. I think it's blown dead, and it's that man, Slick Nick.
His explosion off the ball is extremely impressive. And he is wreaking havoc on a weekly basis. I mean, it's almost like he's not even blocked on that play. Great job by Jarman to hold on to that football. I mean, you got a strong man and Slick Nick holding on to it with one hand and kind of twisting and spinning you to the ground. And to be able to hold on to that ball and give yourself a chance. Very, very good.
And we're now to 30-second timing, so we'll have a clock stoppage after every play as the Stars trying to take the lead.
You know, speaking of Slick Nick, he and Andrew Jamil host a show on Twitch called Polar Opposites. It's great fun. Check it out, twitch.tv/FCF all week long. Great programming.
Low snap, Jarman a fumble. All he can do is dive on it and recover the ball with 26 seconds left.
Speaking of Slick Nick.
He knows where the camera is.
And just to be frank, Slick Nick's ability to attack the center and put him in a bad position as a player is down on the ground is forcing things like this, like that bad snap, right? There's a lot of pressure to get the ball to the quarterback and then get your head up and try to block Slick Nick. And right now the ball just bounces off of his butt.
The injured player, Erlington Jones, the offensive lineman out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Like he is back on his feet at the moment. Jones, another great story here in the fan-controlled football league. Walked on at Bethune-Cookman and ended up enlisting in the Army, served for 4 years. Came out, ended up out in California. Santa Ana College coaches see this guy around and say, you seem like you might be someone who could play some football. Ends up becoming part of the team and still has some college eligibility after time in the Army. Might look to get back in the college game come this fall. Well, hopefully he is okay and can get back to it here soon. Fourth and 18. Stars do have their progressive fifth down, but in trouble here. Jarman firing across the middle, finds Calvin down the side, right to the start of the progressive blue zone for a must-have first down to keep their hopes alive. Little swagger there from Slade the Blade.
It's a great job and great protection, right? Your center goes out and you get all the time in the world and Calvin is open down the field. What a strike from Slade Jarman.
Calvin with a touchdown pass and now a big reception. That's 26 yards from Jarman to Calvin as we enter into the progressive blue zone with just 13 seconds left in the second half. Stars trailing 26-22. A chance to take the lead. I always hesitate to say go for the win because if you have 1 second left, that's enough time to do something.
So you mean to say that there's still a chance?
So you're saying there's a chance. Play is in from you, the fans. G Storm.
Looks like the fans want to keep the ball in Tyus Boykin's hands.
Jarman hit as he throws to the end zone. Incomplete with now 9 seconds left, and Slade Jarman took the brunt of that.
He's just been getting knocked down every play.
He is going to be so sore after this game. Get the cold tubs ready, because Slade Jarman is taking shot after shot, shot. I mean, my goodness.
That was a big-time hit. Pow.
It's still a very catchable ball with that hard hit to the abdomen, ribs. Man, I feel bad for him.
They call it Slade the Blade the human laceration, but he might be the human bruise.
Yeah, he's going to get lacerated if that offensive line doesn't hold up.
Rusty Becker, the former Cal Bear, coming across to deliver the shot. 9 seconds left, 2nd and goal on the 9.
I love Rusty Becker. He's just a football player. No wristbands, no gloves, no spat tape, just the socks, the shoes, the pants they gave him, and the jersey. He came to play football.
And has played offensive line and defensive line so far this year in the FCF. A classic, whatever you need me to do, guys.
I'll get it done. Need me to lacerate the lacerator? All right, here I go.
9 seconds left. 2nd and goal. Stars trailing by 4. Jarman running right, eludes tacklers into the end zone. Slade the Blade chopping his way through the defense.
And the ball goes into the stands. Four seconds, though, guys. 4 seconds.
There's still time.
Stars go in front, 28-26. Slade hands the sword back to Makuga so he can work on the 2-point conversion.
Slade, don't set yourself up for such a big fall, because there's still 4 seconds left on that clock. But this is a great job just trying to make a play and slithering and sliding and diving his way into the end zone.
You said he's going to be sore tomorrow, but if you got the W, it kind of makes those
absolutely those
pain
wounds
go away.
They heal way faster when you win.
This 2-point conversion is kind of moot point.
Yeah.
No field goals, only touchdowns here.
Set, go.
Jarman with Boykin, quick turn, and that one coming up just short. Good defense there. That pass also a little low as Dokes came across.
All right, here it goes. 4 seconds, there's 1 play left in this game. It's never over.
And there's a certain Andrew Jamil on one side of the ball.
Delvin Isidore, you haven't been the Isidore that we've known, only 4 of 8, 66 yards, 50% completion. But guess what? All is forgiven if you make a play right here. All is forgiven.
So much activity in the chat right now. People talking about what play to pick. You get 1 shot.
So Jarman puts it in. Now a vote on a power play.
I mean, this is what the Beast fans want.
Fans for the Glacier Boys will have an opportunity to vote for a power play.
Glacier Boys held on to their power play. You'd assume they'd go 7-on-6 here. After the Jarman touchdown, the 4th lead change in this game as the Stars go in front 28-26.
I love this interaction with Jarman. That's the center that he's talking to, who gave up the sack, and then he had the bad snap off the butt. And in that exchange, before I even talked to him just there, I heard him in the huddle saying, hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We're going to get it done. And then when he goes and gets it done, and then he comes and finds his center and says, hey, man, listen to me. We're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. But we need to finish the games. I mean, that's the sign of a true leader. And that's a great sign for Jarman in this should have been Stars football club.
To confirm the power play. Should have been Stars must play with 1 less defensive player.
Power play confirmed, and this is why you hang on to some of these late. 7-on-6 with 1 play left.
Perfect time to use it.
Glacier Boys down 2. A score will win it.
Watch Jamil.
Let's fly.
There it goes.
Jamil's there.
Oh!
Falls down.
Where's the flag?
No flag.
Where's the flag?
What?
No flag. Time expires, and it looks like that's how this game ends.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We'll have to get a second look. Jamil going to the end zone on a 7-on-6.
I mean,
You gotta call that.
Let's get a second look here, courtesy of Great Clips. Contact.
It looks like the referee saw incidental contact, and for defensive backs, he's squeezing, and he has the right to that position, I suppose. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. I can't see a world where you don't throw a pass interference where Jamil is almost tackled.
And Andrew Jamil in disbelief.
What helps the DB, though, is that he's looking for the ball while he's doing it. I mean, but, man.
So the Stars take the win over the Glacier Boys, 28-26, and now we'll check in.